As you guys already know, top of the month as always. Welcome to the Freedom Cage podcast, where we lock into a free state of mind each and every day on all DSP, of course. And to my right, I got my main guy, my ace, my left, my right this week. Shawn, better known as the Similarly on all your socials.
You know.
And me, I'm Kenny, also known as Ken Catholic on all your socials. But today, man,
listen, just a couple of quick acknowledgments before we even get things started. I think number one, big birthday celebrations over the weekend. Miss Savannah turning 13, becoming a whole teenager out here, brother. How you feeling?
And for the last few days, I ain't gonna lie, this past week there's a lot of onions cutting in my vicinity. I don't know who been doing it. I don't know who's sneak walking behind me with all of this cut up onions, but the odds have been sweating a lot off and on. The showers have been longer, man. Just trying to get these tears out in peace. Just want to, bust this thug tear out on my own, but it's a cool accomplishment. I'm super happy she's, turning into a young lady that she is today. But yeah, man, I ain't got my oldest is weird when your oldest is still the baby, but she ain't even a baby no more. And then you got two other real babies that's really ain't babies no more. It's complicated, the crib, but shouts to baby girl, man. Big 13, going on 33, but big 13.
Definitely, man. I love the way the weekend kind of set itself up, man. I mean, first things first, you know what I'm saying? We had to pretty much drive through like in the States with cakes just to get to y'all, you know what I mean? But finally we made it through. And shout out to Shay Sweet Things. But then we make it through the Kennedy's basketball game, and she put on a show, bro. What was it, like 8 to 10 points?
Yeah, I think she had like a good 10 points this round. She has a lot of up and down games, a lot more up and down, but when she's rolling, man, she's hot, man. When she started getting on her, her Ray Lewis just kind of waiting on her pass, stealing in layups. She's a firecracker, man.
Yeah, man, she got that dribble pull-up locked down, man. I was like, okay, like every time down, it was like spot up, knock down, man. Once you got that routine, man, hard to stop.
Tell you.
Big facts, man. Then we make it back to the crib. Shout out to Mrs. Nelson, man, Os Condules and Bernil. I mean, oh my God, that set the vibes off right, man.
Listen, Penny was a Hail Mary at the end because, a day or two ago, she was like, what are we going to eat Friday? I'm like, oh. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Well, so got a little bit of week left. You know what I mean? And she walked back and said, how about some penny? I said, listen, if you want penny tomorrow, you got to get it up right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she ran out, came back. You know what I mean? Story over, man. Shouts to the wife, man. Big things.
Big facts, man. And then, of course, the funniest thing, I think we all do this, but it's like, you try to have family night, you try to have movie night. So, of course, after all these good food vibes, of course, you know what I'm saying, a little libation added. We all try to sit down as a family, try to watch a movie, man. That shit lasts about, 2 minutes?
It's tough, man. Movie starting, when you hit play after 10 o'clock on anything longer than like 45 minutes, you're pushing it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as always, the libations and the paneer sit heavy on the ribs too at night. So it was a recipe for sweet disaster.
Indeed. But then we headed out to Thrills Saturday, man. That was a whole vibe, man. If you've never been there, it's in Adventure Park out in Connecticut, man. I think Danbury, Connecticut. It's also got an extension called Jumps, and you can pretty much just let the kids run around, have a really great time, man. But it was an interesting time for us. I mean, the kids had a ball, but I think it was a lot more comedy when it came to us. Can you recall what you saw?
Listen, the first half was a little rough for me because I was chasing the 3-year-old on the kids side of things, you know what I'm saying? But I ventured over to the adult side of the theme park, and I seen a lot of adults hitting the bag hard. You know what I mean? I was a little nervous. I was like, they had like a lot of like gladiator theme kind of spectacles. You have to kind of run through an obstacles. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, dope. I mean, hop over this, jump over that. But a lot of people wasn't making it to the other side, man. It was rough out there. Let me know, man. I didn't get to see you personally come across any of these obstacles. But how did you fare out there, bro?
Oh man, my arms are still sore. Man. I mean, they got this drink where you pretty much gotta use your upper body strength to get across, and then it's an upward incline of climbing up, and then you gotta hold on and pretty much use your body to swing. And then when you get to the second incline, that shit falls down and it's wiggly. It's literally just like American Ninja, and then you're just trying to make it to the other side. because those falls are real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's a plush landing, but the fact of just everybody seeing your grown ass fall from this thing down, you don't want to be that person, man. So, but I did fare well. It was a lot tougher than when I did it in 2021. So it lets me know my big age is starting to catch up with me. But I think the funnier side was when we was all trying to do the obstacles on the kid side. And I don't think any one of us was faring good at all.
You know what killed everybody? It was that net, man. That net, it was like a baggy, loose, fake, tight kind of net. So you couldn't really get no real stability on it, but you had to lock all fingers and toes if you could to get over there. Yeah. That was nuts. But hey, I had a cop out early. I got ankle problems. So I said, hey, man, I'm gonna pick a side today. Listen, somebody got to watch the kid, right? Y'all gonna have fun, man. Y'all gonna do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch him on the 5 and under side and make sure he's all right. And I'm gonna nurse this sore ankle because me and the trampoline, one jump, man, we'd all been at urgent care like, this nigga, he's gonna jump with no ankle support and thought he's gonna be all right. You know what I mean? But I had to pick a side. I picked the right side.
I feel you. I mean, sometimes you gotta be on injured reserve, man. You gotta live and play another game. That's it.
Somebody gotta get these on video. You know what I'm saying? That's my job.
Indeed. And shout out to the ladies, man. You know what I'm saying? They did their job as best as they could, trying to make it through the courses. But just being good sports and, you know, having fun with the kids, man. That's what it's all about. Shout out to Vicky for coming out, man. That was dope to see her.
Super dope.
And then, of course, we make it back, man. And, you know, it was UFC vibes after that. It was some pretty good, interesting fights. I think this is the first time we didn't fall asleep for all of the fights. So that's an accomplishment.
Kudos to us. Kudos.
Yeah, man. It was definitely a good card, man. And then, you know what I mean? Savannah, we love you, man. Happy birthday, man. This weekend was awesome.
For sure. Also, happy 7th birthday to Carter out there, man. Big 7 for the young man. He birthday twins. They birthday twins, him and Savannah. So I didn't get to turn up with Carter, but I'm hopefully get to see him before the summer's out.
No doubt. And then, of course, man, extended family, man. Happy first birthday to Saint, man. They had a Yankee themed birthday and they pulled out all the stops, bro. I heard it was a bouncy house, clown, cotton candy, face painting. You know what I'm saying? I heard they had Meg the Stallion twerking. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot going on.
They got her too? I heard. That jet was busy this week.
Yeah, man. But yo, man, I was so sad I couldn't make it. But love to the Fernandez family. Love to Denise and Major, man. We consider y'all extended family. So, you know, shout out to Little Saint, man.
A question for you. When a parent puts their favorite team pressure on their child so young, is there ever a good point where the child can go, hey, man, I'm a Met fan, man. I don't know how to tell y'all this, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling these Yankee vibes just threw on me. Strikes off the 1 euro. Like, when is there a good time for a kid to let, hey, man, like, I'm not down?
I want to say as early as possible. You know what I mean? Like, and you got to stand on that. You got to stand on that and just be like, yo, mom, pops, this ain't for me, man. Like, you know, I'm going over to the other side. That's it.
She might risk a cold dinner or two that week, but
yeah, man, yeah. And then last night, man, shout out to RD Lee Capital Partners LLC, man. Shout out to Ramel. Hosting his first hotel investing webinar session. I had the pleasure of being able to attend, and when I tell you, It was great. It was great, man. I mean, we've watched Ramel go through so many different phases, so to watch him in his glory and really just trying to take everything that he's learned and pass it on to people, it's just amazing to see. It was an informative, high-level intro into hotel investing. I think he said like over 50 people registered. And over like 30 people actually attended. So with 72 hours of really just like, you know, having it set up and getting the word out, that's pretty fucking impressive. You know what I mean? I can't knock that.
That's what's up. I'm tired. I missed it. I saw it earlier today. I was like, fuck. You know what I mean? I missed it a lot. But yeah, shout out to him now, man. That boy, his car ain't never in park, man. I don't know how he do it, but he keep it moving. He keeps it moving.
Not at all. And I respect it, man. But yeah, it was real high level. But one of the really key points he highlighted that I wanted to bring here, man, was he stated that indigenous peoples own 60% of hotel ownership. Yet African Americans only own 2% of all hotel ownership. And right now, available this year, there is 40% of hotel ownership available this year for people to get into. I'm gonna just let those numbers sit, y'all.
If you ever needed some time to find your niche, this might be it. Those some wild numbers. We gotta tip the scales on those a little bit. That's what's up. Damn, 40%.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the webinar was about, how you can get started, different entry points, a lot of good information. And, it's just the beginning, man. I think he's going to do a couple more, probably turn this into one of those really beneficial courses or maybe modules. And we'll see where this goes, man. In a year, this might be a whole thing. So I try to tell everybody, don't come complaining later saying, yo, Shawn, why you ain't saying nothing?
He said, man, you ain't even catch the episode. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Recorded document.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Another breaking news today, man. Vybz Cartel, the world boss, is officially a free man. Free man. So for you youngins, you youngins that are new to this reggae life, man, Vybz Cartel is one of the hottest reggae artists that ever has graced this earth. You know what I mean? It's done, I think, at least over 10 years in prison. You know what I'm saying? Just really, always fighting to get out. The world boss is officially free. I can only imagine what that first track is going to sound like. You know what I mean? Now with the whole Afro beats connection and all the new Jamaican artists that are out there, all the opportunities with streaming and social. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. That first concert's going to be ill too. That's
going to be the one, because his guest list going to be retarded. Like it's gonna be nuts. Everybody is showing out for him. His vibes, you know what I'm saying? So if he can hold it, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in Jamaica with it too. So it's gonna be dope. It's gonna, man, it might be a day or two.
Yeah, man, they might have to bring back the free Wingate concerts for this, man. This is big. Yeah, man. So another recognition I wanted to give on August 2nd, man, James Baldwin, one of the most renowned authors and activist voices, would have turned 100. It would be his 100th happily heavenly birthday. And this is huge, man. You know what I mean? And granted, he is no longer with us, but his impact, his words, and his image and everything he left behind is still so impactful in a lot of the diversity work that goes on, not just in healthcare, but in the world, period. So just wanted to recognize that here on this show, man. James Baldwin, remembering him and his legacy. He would have turned 100 on August 2nd.
What did he? I think he passed away in his mid-60s. I think 63 or 64. But yeah, man, he was a civil rights activist that got the job done. I'm saying, well renowned. Hundreds. I don't know if I want to say 100 myself, but shouts to him, man. Shouts to him on his birthday.
So what's ill? George Kittle, his grandmother, you know what I mean, was at one of the games this past season. And I think she's either in her high 90s or close to 100. And she has her faculties about her. You know what I mean? Like, she was like following the game and, just flowing along like everything was cool. You know what I mean? I think it has a lot to do with how life has impacted you, that how you can probably be at the 90s and 100. Of course, health conditions and all that, that's something we can't avoid. But if you could somehow muster through that into your 80s, you might be all right if you ain't like have no real like strong labor job or no high pressure job or anything like that. So, you know what I mean? I got hope for us, bro. I think if we keep doing this, we'll be all right.
The life expectancy is going up every 5 years, man. I plan to be on the wave. I mean, just ride the wave. You know what I'm saying? By the time we get there. That's a fact.
Big facts, man. But on to some somber news, man. Erica Ash, she was a popular mainstay on Mad TV, had some notable appearances in Scary Movie 5 and Survivor's Remorse, passed away at 46 after losing her battle with breast cancer. On this show, we are always like, fuck cancer, because it's taking so many critical people from us or impacting important people in our lives. So taking this time to recognize her life and the loss and, the Blessings to the family.
Yeah. Ah, man, 46 is way too young for anything. Honestly.
Absolutely, bro. All right, so in a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? This is like the last legs of the vacation season. Either people are away now or planning to go away. You got any vacations planned, bro?
Might have a sneaky Friday / Monday combo coming up, but no real good vacations. I mean, no staycations anyway. But nah, man. I think July would have been my month. I was gonna hit them streets with the, with the family, or hit the road, or have a plane ticket. August is starting to get a little bit too hot, and now you gotta get ready for the whole school start thing. You know what I'm saying? And baby boy, he getting dropped off come September. So you know what I mean? It's trying to round the troops back in. It's been a exploring July, so to speak. Everybody kind of strayed off the path. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, did you take a shower last night? And we were like, oh,
yeah,
like, yeah, you. So, you know what I mean? So it's time to get the nighttime routines back in order real soon. Even with Lennox, man, he's on potty now. He's on potty training now. You know what I mean? Episode, 26. I mean, attempt 38. You know what I mean? He's working it out. You know what I'm saying? He's working it out, but it's getting better. It's getting better every week. You know what I'm saying? But soon no more Pampers for the boy.
I hear you. All right, man. Yeah, on our end, man, taking the family out to Cancun in
Nice.
was it like 2 weeks? You know what I mean? So they're excited about it. I'm excited about it. Get away for a little bit before, like you said, right? It's time to pack it back up. Time to get back to the routine. Bed early, books, studying, all that good stuff. Get ready for all this cold ass weather that's coming back. All that shit. So yeah, man.
Cancun's gonna be dope. Dad's gonna. Dad's on the plane before, ready, right?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. That's what's up. It's gonna be dope.
All right, man. So last week we started talking about Kamala Harris. Mm-hmm. She officially got the endorsement from Barack, so it's looking pretty good. I think they still have to have the DNC to make it official if that hasn't happened already. So she started her campaign rally, bro, and she was in Atlanta. And in Atlanta, she had none other than the one and only Meg the Stallion come out and perform.
Right.
And you can imagine it was Meg. And Meg did Meg things, bro. How did you feel about that?
I was confused. I was highly confused. Like, I can see if it's like 2 days before debate day, you know what I'm saying, trying to get the last hurrah, the last rush, you know what I mean, of catching people's eyes. But day one on the circuit, you know what I mean, off the not the substitute teacher kind of entry, but like, oh, I'm out, so I need you to fill in, and everybody's happy about it kind of vibe. So it was a little weird selection, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, Jeezy had a song, you know what I mean, My President Was Black, but I never seen Jeezy on stage with Barack ever.
Yeah, it's true.
And you know what I mean, but this was rough. It was rough. It was rough to watch. What bothered me even more was after the performance, crowd kind of disappeared a little bit. It wasn't as crowded as it was when Meg was performing versus when the speech was happening. You know what I mean? So I'm like, wait, I see who's on the ticket, but who they come to see? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a little confusion, you know what I'm saying? But what was your thoughts when you seen Meg come out?
You know what's funny? I thought back to when Trump was in the Bronx and he brought out Chef G and Sleepy Hollow. And I figured Kamala said, I can't let Trump one-up me. I gotta call out the big guns. So I'm in Atlanta, right? She brought out Meg, and then I think Quavo even came out and said some words. So I think she just pretty much said, all right, you think you can play the game? You think you know the culture? I know the culture. I can bring the culture out. Now, we are in scary times, bro, because this automatically makes me think of Chris Rock and his rendition of Running for President with Head of State. And that was one of the funniest movies because you never thought like a black president would ever be considered, let alone win, let alone run his campaign the way he did in that movie. Thanks. And we're now seeing this happen in 2024 in real time. So I was like, these are the times. Like
between the Chappelle Show and Boondocks being gone, they would thrive in this environment. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, there's so much stuff you could poke at as far as finding a little humor and like niggas doing nigga shit. But oh man, yeah, man, I don't know. Honestly, I can't even let you know what she spoke about.
Honestly, yeah, I think the most viral line that I heard was she doesn't believe Donald Trump can debate her because, the infamous line, if you want to say something, say it to my face. And that would be an interesting debate, man. I don't think Trump wants that smoke, which is why I think he's avoiding it.
Right.
But we shall see.
Yeah, Trump's, unfortunately, he's a manipulator. Like, whatever the question is, he's not going to answer it, but he's going to have a joke in there. He's going to have a jab in there, and by the time he's there, you're going to be like, what the fuck was the question? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Then Kamala going to serve him like, all right, the answer that you're looking for. You know what I mean? But yeah, like you said, man, they got about 5-6 weeks to prepare. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, brother. So I got a question for you, man. And this is shout outs to the wife. Always, giving me some good gems to bring to the show. So say you're marrying a girl, and as a family tradition, the woman you marry has to wear a hand-me-down wedding dress with minimal alterations, except maybe to just adjust to fit as best as possible, but no change to the design. Your bride-to-be refuses to wear this dress because she wants her special day to be hers. Who do you side with? Your bride-to-be or your mom?
Just for clarity, it's my family tradition?
Yes.
Man, I would hate to have to put my family's heritage on her back that day. Man, I'm going to have to side with my future wife. I might not be a wedding. It's like, bro, you proposed, like, you know what I mean? Because she might have been thinking about this day, her whole life. So, you know what I mean? So, I would try my best to make it her moment as much as possible. But I'll at least talk to my family, like, yo, can we get the veil? And, we can do something cool with it at the entry. So you see it on the walk-in at least. We can incorporate it, but it won't be on her body. Is that okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would have to side with the wife with that one. Just know you're not getting invited to the next barbecue. You're not getting invited to the next family barbecue. Yeah, so you and your uppity wife can stay home this year.
No Thanksgiving, no rice, no champagne.
Facts.
No mac and cheese.
What would you do if the family had a ritual and hey, we need your wife to put this on? I mean, not that cut some material off so it fit, but what you think about that? It's all right with you, bro?
I'm always been a rebel, man. I'm riding with the wife. I'm riding with the wife, man.
I wasn't sure which rebel I got to cause you was gonna be. I was nervous for a second.
Nah, man. Mom's wilding out. This girl do things. She do some things for me, and this is the woman I want to spend my life with. Sorry, mom.
He said, like, I might do something real slick. I might be like, hey, babe, can we appease the family and do like a photo shoot with this dress on like 2 weeks before?
There you go.
Get those photos nice and cute. Get those sign-ups and hand those off. Like, look, bang. It's not what she wore. I said bang. Look at bang. Like, it's like you're not focusing on what I'm giving you. You know what I mean? But yeah, something.
No, yeah, that's a hell of a workaround, man. All right. Fair enough. All right, man. Moving over to one of my favorite segments here, man. I am not a doctor. I just play one here on FCP, y'all. And today we are focusing in on the use of Ozempic and Wegovy. These are diabetes treatments that are being used as weight loss drugs. And right now, the FDA is warning about dosing errors tied to compounding Ozempic and Wegovy. So basically here, the FDA is warning healthcare providers of these dosing areas associated with compounding versions of semaglutide, the active ingredient in Ozempic, Rybelsus, and Wegovy. Now, the agency has received reports of hospitalizations and adverse events tied to the issue, including gastrointestinal issues. Remember, a couple episodes ago, we talked about how there was some side effects to this, fainting, headache, dehydration, and acute pancreatitis.
Mhm.
Most adverse events occurred when patients self-administered incorrect doses of weight loss drugs from multiple dose vials, sometimes taking 5 to 20 times in the intended amount. That is crazy. So several reports also involve clinicians miscalculating these doses, resulting in patients receiving 5 to 10 times more than the intended dose. And I like to give credit to my sources. This is via Becker's Healthcare. So now the agency says patients inexperienced with self-injections and confusion over different measurement units may have contributed to the errors. So right now, the FDA is encouraging healthcare providers and compounders to provide patients with the appropriate syringe size for the intended dose and counsel patients on how to measure the intended dose using the syringe. Additionally, healthcare providers should be vigilant when prescribing and administering compounded semaglutide, as there may be different concentrations available.
With any sort of drug that's being, distributed in mass, granted, it's a more of a flashy drug now as far as catching some sort of mainstream. Doesn't it still go through the same protocols of a medicine being administered? So it should be regulated on how it's distributed. Like, why would it change with this one?
I agree. I think that's a great question. I think there have always been black markets when it comes to drugs, and other workarounds that people find to get drugs that are similar to what they're supposed to be getting. There is a such thing as a fake Wegovy, a fake, you know what I mean? Like they have found ways to produce these things in different ways and different doses, because people are, for lack of better words, they like the progress. And some people probably want to go up in dose a little too fast. And
Correct.
Even though their provider has told them, no, don't do it, they probably have a physician friend who's like, I got you. Don't worry about it. I'll get it to you. And then, yeah, man, you start ODing on that stuff. And like we said before, you OD on anything too much, it's going to impact you in a negative way. And if you're not listening to a clinical physician, someone who's pretty much spent their life savings trying to get this education, then it's you're lining yourself up for some very, very negative health outcomes. So praying for these people who have been hospitalized. I hope they make it through. If you are currently taking these doses, I suggest you follow your prescription
from a licensed physician. Please, it's some things you don't want to black market. Like, you know what I mean? This is one of a long list, but please, man, go to a reputable source. Not what your man said, a real reputable source.
Yeah, definitely, man. So listen, man, we're gonna head over to FCP Sports Corner. I'm really loving the Olympics this year because I'm an early riser as it is, and there's nothing like being able to watch basketball 5, 6 in the morning.
The good people too.
Like to wake up on Tuesday morning and watch Giannis play basketball, it was amazing. Like I was just sitting there just getting ready for work, and I'm like, this is nice. Like
I might be late. This is nice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I got like 10 minutes till his train come, but whatever, let's do this. But yeah, we're gonna, of course, we're gonna keep it all Team USA here. So I believe Team USA played Serbia before the weekend or something like that. KD went off for 23 points. I mean, it was crazy because he was having like calf issues. They didn't know if he was going to play. Came out just easy money sniper, nothing different. And then, of course, King James, 21 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. Really good game. I think they pretty much dominated that game. Nikola Jokic, you know what I mean? You could tell, like, as good as Serbia was trying to stay in the game, US was just too much for them. But the interesting thing that came out of that was Jayson Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton didn't get no run. Now, I understand Tyrese Halliburton. He's still he's great.
Absolutely. I wasn't looking for him.
Jayson Tatum. Let's talk about Jayson Tatum. Fresh off a championship, brother. You know what I'm saying? 7-8 year pro. Now, I mean, pretty much up there when we talk about star power in the NBA. Not even. I don't even think he got a sweat on the layup line. They asked Steve Kerr, and Steve Kerr quoted, I'm an idiot. You know what I mean? I didn't really, think it through. What did you think about that?
like to come out in an Olympic game and leave the game and your sneakers still be DS is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think like I'm like, yo, I just want a chip. Like, you know what I mean? I can't get it at the end of the second quarter. Like, you know what I mean? I know these are stars, and you know what I mean, and all Hall of Famers, don't get me wrong, but I'm an HOF too. You know what I mean? But listen, it's not that it's a long, short season, but hey, it's gonna be a long little summer for him. So I'm more sure, like he already did play him the next game, of course. I think he's starting against Sudan. He's starting, and he made the rotation for him and Booker. So you know, like you said, like Curry said, yo, I got. Hey, you don't see this. This is a different roster for me. Like, I'm adjusting like how y'all watching adjusting. You know what I mean? So they was able to shoot him some bail. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's Jayson Tatum. We got to get that man in the game at a bare min.
Yeah, he definitely got. So he did get the starting nod in South Sudan. South Sudan once again gave the U.S. all they had. Shout out to Carlick Jones. I think he's definitely going to get a contract this year in the NBA. He's been doing his thing for South Sudan. And then I think they got Shayuk and Omat. Those guys are really good. Let's see what happens for them this upcoming season. But Bam Adebayo actually had a really good game today. I think he had like 16 points and 6-7 rebounds. King James, of course, did his thing again. And it was a real team game. You see them move the ball around a lot. But Carlick Jones, man, he was going at Steph for a minute. Steph is due for a game. I know they play Puerto Rico this Saturday. I think this is going to be Steph's game. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's definitely going to turn up on somebody, hit like 6 threes in a row. I'm like, yo, who's thinking that dude? So, you know what I mean? I forgot that Steph Curry there. Like, yeah, you forgot it's still me. But I think, but like you said, yeah, Bam had a dope game too. Like, I don't know why he's not starting, but you know, I get it. You know, but you know.
Look at like you said, look at that lineup, man. Like, look at that roster. Like, I wouldn't be mad neither. Who are you gonna replace?
That's the question.
LeBron, KD, Steph Curry. Like, you know, all these guys are the pinnacle of the NBA right now. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just glad to get in the game. Yeah, man.
Bam Adebayo out there looking like Peter Luger's steak, and everybody out there is Wagyu. It's like, I'm not bad. I get to the too to say yes, but this is aged Wagyu out here. You gotta understand the difference.
Yeah, man. And then over on the women's side, man, they pretty much had their way with China, man. Asia Wilson, it doesn't stop for her. She like U.S. soil, foreign soil, you still get a double. You know what I mean? 24 points and 13 boards. Stewie came through with 22 points and 8 boards, and then Chelsea Gray, man, she was just diming it off. 13 dimes, man. The next game is tomorrow against Belgium. I expect the ladies to just keep it rolling. And then we'll see, man. I really don't know if anybody's going to stop this team. It would be a huge shock on the women's side.
That's a big pack. I expect the women's league to kind of take over the Olympics for the next couple of runs until, you know, the rest of the world kind of catches up in that aspect. You know what I mean? Like we was the dream team for a while before everybody started, you know, catching up. I think this is the women's dream team moment, so to speak. You know what I mean? So they need to capitalize on this.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
But hey, I got a better question. Yeah, when's the actual WNBA coming back? When's our shit coming back? Because this is cool.
August 13th, bro.
I was like, it was like 3 or 4 nights in a row. I'm like, damn, no games. I'm like, all right, I guess it's I know it's the Olympics, but I'm like, I know age is out. You know what I mean? What's everybody else doing? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yep. I'm mad at that. But question for you, as far as the Olympics go, have you caught any of the 3-on-3 basketball?
I only saw pictures. That was interesting.
I had so many questions when I seen it. I was like, "This is a 3-on-3 league in the Olympics." I'm like, why? Like, you might as well just do 1-on-1s at this point. Like, why would we separate the whole team roster of 12 and reduce it to 3? And I'm like, just for shits and giggles, nobody called Ice Cube. Like, nobody. I'm like, nobody. Like, do you know how long this 3-on-3 has been going as an Olympic sport?
So I actually just looked it up for you, brother. It looks like this started in 2010 as youth Olympic Games in Singapore. And then it grew internationally into like the World Cup. So FIBA, it looks like FIBA originated it back in 2010. I'll do a little bit more research just to confirm that. But yeah, it looks like that's where it was first introduced.
I'm curious. 2010, like the Ice Cube still idea? But that's another show for another day. That's a shouts to Ice Cube, man. Big three.
No doubt. Doing big things, man. Doing big things. And then I gotta go back, man, and gotta give a shout out to the U.S. women's gymnastic team bringing home the gold, man. Shout out to Suni, the entire crew. But we have to recognize Simone Biles, man. She officially became the most decorated U.S. Olympic gymnast of all time. 5 gold medals, 1 silver, and 2 bronze. Doing all of this work on an injured ankle from a practice move, man. You got to get this girl her flowers, man. She's a 101.
Yeah, Simone's so dope, like, and won so much gold. I didn't even know she caught any bronze medals. So you should. I'm like, I didn't see no bronze highlights. That's weird. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, or shouts to the whole women's team, man. They're really doing it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they're technically the oldest Olympic team as far as the average age amongst all the other teams. I believe that the oldest doing it.
Okay.
So Simone Biles called them the Golden Girls. It's a play on words. You know why we're really golden. But the fact that they are the oldest average in the league, she cooking out there.
Definitely. And listen, man, we've been talking about this NBA media rights deal for a while now, and it's like the drama just keep on compounding. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna retrack everything, right? A couple of weeks ago, we told you that Disney made the offer of $1 billion to acquire the NBA media rights. Warner Brothers then came back and matched it. NBA said, "Nah, man, we moving on." Turns out there's a bit of a clause in this deal where Warner Brothers is like, "Wait a minute, you can't just turn us down. Like, we have a right to match this deal, and if you don't want to honor it, we are going to sue." And that's exactly what's happening. So Warner Brothers believes they're within their contractual rights to continue to have their exclusive rights to the NBA media, given the fact they've matched the offer. So they plan to sue to aim to keep the NBA media rights or seek monetary damages, man. So I can see at this point right now, man, Disney may just cut the check and to Warner Brothers and have Mickey flip the bird after, just give them the famous laugh and walk away and shit. Like, that's
a fact. But shit, that's gonna be a heavy check, and I don't know how they're gonna equate what that value is gonna be, my man. With the TV deals and rights and all this money going up, like you know how much, like you're going. If we're playing projections, this is a lot of zeros on this check, and we were playing the projection game because it's infinite right now. There's no ceiling for something that hasn't got to it yet. So I'm curious to know if they do pay them off. If Warner Brothers just go down in history like, hey, yeah, I can have it. You said Mickey and Mickey's kids gonna be here for a while now. But let's see how it go, man. Hey, I just want the TNT boys to get a job, man. That's all I really want.
Yeah. Big facts. All right. And then just this nice little notable nugget, man. Paige Becker's UConn women's basketball standout and star will become the first college athlete to receive a Nike shoe collaboration. This young lady is going to have the Nike GT Hustle 3 Paige Beckers that will release on September 12th. The landscape of college sports has changed so much over the last 3 years that you have to be happy for the athletes. But can you imagine if this is sustainable, what this is going to look like if, like, say, one of your kids starts getting this kind of money? Like how are you telling them, hey, stay in school? Like, hey, man, look at my check, baby. What are you talking about?
Look at these checks. It's like, first off, you ain't old enough to write your own checks. Second now, but like it's dope. It's dope to see the youth getting money in ways that didn't exist a year or two ago. You know what I mean? I am a little tight to kind of slide at Paige a little bit as far as giving her the mixtape version of a shoe release. They didn't spend no time in the studio making like a full design, something brand new. You know what I mean? Something that she could call her own. They kind of say, yo, man, we got a lot of cool beats from some producers. I need you to rap on all of those. And then we just go, yeah, these beats are hot already, but listen, we know you're special. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's going to make the streets hot. But hopefully this is like a cool stepping stone for, to gather some more attention towards her. And then they come up with her real silhouette like next spring or something. You know what I mean? That'd be super dope.
Bet. Yeah, definitely, man. And then Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see that and see where this goes now. Because now, the other athletes are like, hold on now, hold up. You know what I'm saying? You still got Juju out there. You look on the college football side, you probably got some dudes like, wait a minute. Like, you know what I mean? Like this sets the standard for, all right, they looking at their agents like, what have you done for me lately, bro?
And that's the bad thing.
Shoe deal.
Where when people start getting checks, everybody go, yo, hey, I'm better than such and such. I should be getting a check. You see the name on this jersey, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, agents got to get on their game, man. Rich Paul changed it for everybody. He fucked the game up.
Absolutely, absolutely. So as we move over to TV shows, movie, and music recommendations, man, big news out of what I believe was one of those Comic-Cons or whatever. Marvel announced that when they bring back the Doctor Doom character, I believe in 2026, the star will be Robert Downey Jr. Did you hear about that? Iron Man, Mr.
I heard a fake rumor. I read it real fast because I'm kind of fake dying for Tony Stark to make some sort of comeback, but I don't know if this is real news. I'm gonna tell you real quick in private. I heard in one of the multiverses that they was gonna pull one of the old Tony Starks back to a new place where his memory ain't the same, and now he has this other outlook on life where he's now Doctor Doom. You know what I'm saying? But hey, these are rumors. I don't know. I never had the comic books that long ago to see when Doctor Doom character really created himself. So I'm not sure what his origin story. But if it's any way connected to Iron Man somehow, I already know his outfit gonna be crazy.
Big facts. Yes, I did tap into some friends of mine who are comic aficionados, and they made the same claims that there is some connection with Tony Stark assuming into Dr. Doom's body, and this can become a whole thing. They're concerned about the lead up to the movie because that's very important to set all of this up, because like you said, if all of this happens in the multiverse, there needs to be some lead up to it. I believe there is a prequel to the Dr. Doom that's supposed to kind of set this up, so everybody's very curious about how they're going to do it. And we shall see, man. But Tony Stark is coming back. It's official.
Coming back. And I ain't gonna lie, when they named the last Avengers joint Endgame, I'm like, damn, there's no overtime? Like, man. I was hoping they found a way, but this might be it.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. Oh wow, this is recent news I'm getting on my phone right now. If you're a big fan of track and you watch the new documentary on Netflix, Sprint, Sharika Jackson of Jamaica will not seek the sprint double at Paris Olympics after dropping the 100 meters. That is interesting. So this looks like a clear road for Sha'Carri Richardson to bring home that 100-meter gold, because Sharika was like one of her top competition.
Yeah. Shaking in your boots a little bit over there. You know what I mean? Some healthy competition. See you in 4 years.
Interesting. I gotta look more into that, man, because from the documentary, it looked like that's all they were all thinking about, all they were all ready for. I know Noah Lyles is trying to bring home both the 100 and the 200 meters, so we'll see.
He better. All that shit he was talking in the spring, he better not bring nothing less.
World champs of what? All right, bro.
and if I was Jayson Tatum, I'd press him too. Like, hey man, what you said on that podium?
What's so funny? You can imagine that first USA dinner after all of this is done, and the men's basketball has their gold, and he ain't got it, and they like, world champs of what?
World champs of what, my brother? They definitely gonna cook them. They're gonna cook them.
Oh yeah, they have to. You can't let that young buck get away with that. Nah. All right, man. Listen, people. We love y'all. We really do. We appreciate y'all tuning in with us today. It is that time where we get into House of Dragons, man. We are now up to season 2, episode 7. Things are heating up. Things are cooking for real. But this is our official spoiler alert. If you have not seen episode 7 of season 2 of House of the Dragons, we appreciate you, but you may want to walk away right now because we are about to reveal some titles. We'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2. Kenny, they was cooking niggas, man. I don't know.
I ain't know gonna start cooking niggas like that, bro. They brought them all out. Said, "You give it a turn. You give it a turn." Niggas was dying like cockroaches.
Oh my god, you ain't lying, man. Like, you know when you spray them motherfuckers and they just on their back like.
Yeah, Rhaenyra was up on the balcony like. So bitches, it's your fault. Like yeah. There should have been a better sniffing goat system. Something like
Listen, I call that shit the Targaryen bastard search. It was like anybody order a 20-pack of barbecue chicken because they was just serving that dragon. Oh my god, man!
It's getting them out of there.
That's nuts, man.
I had a lot of cool questions though, but hey, yo, the opening scene off the rip though, bro. How'd you feel about the non-blonde riding the dragon?
Hey,
outside of Rhaenyra's sons, of course, But how'd you feel about a non-blonde, hopping on?
Listen, man. Anytime a black man can shine, I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what color his hair is. The fact that he was black. And he was unknown, you know what I'm saying, rising from the mud. You know, it's our story, man. It's our origin story. You know what I mean? And then it was he was real chill about it. He was like, "Listen, I'll do whatever you want, man. I was just wanting to know my purpose, and now I know it. Let's rock." Yeah, like I'm down.
That's right. And I was extra down with him too. I'm like, yeah, whatever he said.
Yeah.
But hey, how'd you feel about the quick roundtable discussion as far as everybody going, hey man, people just think they could just get on dragons and go. What are we anymore? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How did you feel about the DEI slander coming towards the new rider? Like, I ain't like that at all.
Hey man, it finds its way in everything, man. And this is why we tell people DEI is not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, because if you look at what she had to do, she had to go away from the normal standard of things to really recruit people in order to save her own kingdom. It's no different than what we have to do in this world, right? We can't go through life with the same standard old thinking everything is always going to work, man. It was cool.
That's a fact. It's cool to see a black man make history, man. It was cool.
Yeah,
cool
man. Yeah,
cool
absolutely. Yeah, man. So definitely low key, man. It was a black man. I'm happy about that. Adam of Hull. So that was really cool. So now. You saw the guards who started the riot where the queen got the chunk to the face. They got sent to the wall.
Yeah, as they should. I wasn't sure how they're gonna deal with these scoundrels, but yes. If the queen gets old fish thrown at her and it lands, yeah, you gotta go, man. You gotta go.
Yeah, somebody was supposed to jump in front of that chum.
Somebody hand up like something. Anything would have been fine. Somebody moved out the way and said, "Oh God, queen!" It was too late, man. Nasty stuff.
Definitely. But the interesting scene, man, when Rhaenyra first comes back to the castle with Adam, and Carlos Velaryon walks up to him. What was the first thing you was thinking? Because I know what I was thinking.
I was like, I was waiting to go, who's your mom? I was just waiting for him to ask. But he never asked him. I was saying, I was telling Jen, like, oh, he about to ask you, was your mom's a joint back in the houses? You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know what I mean? But he never asked him, so now the mystery is still there, But do you think that's his mystery kid?
I think there's definitely some history there. I was joking around with Shay. I was like, he was gonna be like, I knew your mother, and I gave her vicious back shots.
Oh God! I'm sorry, I never came back. I'm sorry. I went to go get some goat smoke. I never came back. I'm sorry about that. But yes. The rumors are partly true.
Absolutely. Homeboy left his sandal behind. That's crazy.
Yeah. But I thought he'd have like one blonde dread, something like what I mean, like cool highlight one something. But he's fully black up there. So his mom's genes are strong.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Damon's still out here pissing me off, man. I'm not quite sure where they're going with his character right now. He's killing his own hitmen who helped for help, and he's still seeing dead people. I don't know.
Damon's been pissing me off for 5 straight episodes. Like, and every episode, I'm like, all right, I give him 1 more week. All right, I give him 1 more week. That was 3 weeks ago. Like, I'm 2 more episodes past my threshold. I'm like, he's still doing fuck shit. He's still doing fuck shit. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Hey, he's got 1 more episode to wrap it up, right?
Yeah.
I was like, get on the dragon and get shit together. Facts.
What was it? So what's going on with the queen, man? She's just walking around in the fields, floating in the water, like just trying to find her purpose. I want to feel bad for her, but she brought this on herself.
Listen, when you're such high esteem in the town, the village, and some old fish slaps you in the face, it humbles the shit out of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't like it was just 1 or 2 people that seen it. Like, it was in front of the town. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, she just got to regroup. Like, whatever I am doing, obviously it's not working. So I need to go regroup, smell some fresh air. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for the one night. He's like, so when do you plan on going back? My lady? She's like, I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. He's like, there's only 1 tent pitched. My lady, like, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be out there he's just gonna be out there just hoping nobody runs up on him like a bear. You know what I mean? But
man.
I hope she get it together soon because the son's running crazy, man. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck.
Not one fuck, man. But check out this scenario, right? What if she's the first? What if she happens to get a dragon? Who do you think she's gonna cook first?
How big's a dragon?
Huh?
Matters. How big's her dragon? It matters. You know what I'm saying? Because I think she's going for the sons first. Like, not the one that got the one with the patch. She's definitely going for Patch Boy first. I don't know how she's gonna sneak up on and know what a dragon. But he would definitely be the first on our hit list.
Yeah, I thought it'd be Sir Christian. I feel like she's still like pissed off and salty in the way he got the buns, but then just left out there with no support. I think and it's. I would think at this point it's still a little hard for her to want to kill her own sons, but he would be a nice start. You know what I mean? Like get some quick get back.
Mm-hmm. Just get that out of my system. Now we can talk about the rest of y'all. But that first one was disrespectful to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But she needs a dragon. She needs. You know what? She might let a few town villagers go too. Like that fish to the face is not cool. She might have to teach them a lesson as well.
Definitely. But listen, man, 2 out of the maybe 50 or so contestants in the Targaryen bastard search survived. One of them was a character that they were showing throughout a couple of episodes. I think he's like a craftsman that lives in the village. Yeah. And the other one actually came from the other side of the country. And he was supposed to be like a dragon lord with like an injured leg or whatever. So it's cool that those two, like, finally we saw what the hell their purpose even was. But that scene, bro, when Vhagar pulls up to the island thinking he was gonna run up on the dragon, and it's sea smoke and Rhaenyra, yo,
that was the biggest U-turn I've ever seen in my life, bro. He's like, yo, big wings, like, he had the big B's on him, big Bentley wings on him. I'm saying, nigga, keep turning, bro. Yeah, but one thing I was shocked about, like, shouts to social media for showing me the map of Westerly, I think, but I didn't know Dragonstone was so close to where they were. Like, he was there in a few flaps. Like, he was there. I'm like, don't get me wrong, I know it's a little bit of Hollywood, so cut some scenes, cut some edits, cut out the travel time, but he was there in record time. I'm like, yo, you really got your ops is really. I mean, a big stone away, like, you know what I mean? I could roof this stone if I hit something. You know what I mean? I was a little upset. It was so close. All this beef.
Yeah, and that was smart. Like, because at first I was like, "Oh, how he get the dragon and run back to him?" You know what I mean? Like, that's some bitch shit. But then when he just spun the block and went back. And then, I saw this. I was like, "Oh, he bringing him back. That's dirty work." That reminded me of Godfather, man. When they got Sonny out the house, man, and then caught him at the light. That reminded me of that shit. But Aemon was a little smarter than Sonny. He saw the vision and he got the hell up out of there real quick.
Yeah. I could take one dragon when he ain't looking, but 3 looking at me, a little dicey. No. A little dicey.
Barbecue chicken.
I don't want to be it. I got mad shit to do tomorrow. I can't do this.
Hell yeah, man.
Uh,
But yeah, man. Hey, quick Wednesday on us, man. A lot of shit happened, but I think we just ran through it pretty fast.
Real fast on a Wednesday. Hump day vibes. You know what I'm saying? Not too much in a week. So you know, what I mean, had some presidential runs. You know, what I mean, a lot of chit chats. But all in all, it's a pretty calm week, bro. Pretty calm week.
Definitely. Anything before we get out of here?
Any expectations for the last episode of House of Dragons?
Ooh, something's got to happen with somebody important has to get the axe, man. I'm thinking either Damon or one of the sons, or probably Damon and one of the Queen's sons got to go at this point, because you know, dragging Damon into season 3 with his hallucinations, I think is just dragging the storyline. And one of the sons got to go, man. I mean, one of them is half dead at this point, but I think either Aemon or Aegon, they got to go.
And they've been slow cooking us for a while. Somebody prominent must die, and I'm talking first 10 minutes. Don't be doing the whole carrot in front of me for the next 40 minutes and got me looking back at the clock like 9:54. You know, somebody better. You know what I mean? We watching it live and shit, but somebody better die fast. So I go, all right, now we watch an episode. Let me watch an episode, but I just want death at a high rate. Honestly, I don't act so much. I don't act so much.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, man. Before we get out of here, man, happy early birthday shout outs to my homegirl Michelle, man. Single mom, 3 kids, always doing her thing, man. Appreciate all the guidance career wise. Hell of a friend, man. You know what I mean? And we're gonna celebrate you this weekend, but this is your birthday. Shout out to you. Appreciate you and love you, girl. It was great to talk with you, bro. Can't do this enough, but always grateful for it.
As you know, love you, broski.
Love you too, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the show where you are now released back into your regularly scheduled programming. Corporate life, parental life, entrepreneurship, whatever it is that you do, we salute you. I'm Senor Lee.
Catmac.
And see you next pay week where we lock back in. Get free state of mind.